Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay fellas, this is video 2 for Tuesday. This is a few moments ago. I just got done posting my video number 1 update for Charlie Max 77 1941 group build. I decided to go ahead and start an F4U Corsair group build. It don't really have to be 1/32 scale. It could be all kinds of scales, 1/72 scale, 1/48 scale, 1/32 scale. It could be the Revell kit. It could be Tamayia. It could be Minicraft. It could be Frog. It could be all of them, Airfix, any of them. So I figured that'd be a good idea of making a Corsair group build. One of the Corsairs is one of my favorite aircraft. I bought this at the Cockpit USA last week. It cost me $182 to cost me. This is about a $200 kit. This thing costs probably way over 100 pounds in England. And I really haven't have an inbox review of this of what I'm about ready to look at, but I followed a couple modelers on YouTube right there. Paul Bretland of E-Models, he did I think 11 or 12 videos of building his Corsair. He did a marvelous job on his, and it sold me. I said, this is a top line kit, so it's got to be again, a model like this got a lot going on, and it's not intended for the novice to grab his hands and work on unless he has supervision from the experienced model builder of the family, such as his father, or perhaps his brother, or his sister, or his niece, aunt, grandma, who knows. But anyway, this is a bozo no-no cat for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. It's called fool the money, sin parking. So you want to waste 200 clams on a model that you're going to murder, don't know what you're doing. So this thing here requires experience to build. And like I say, if you got one, don't know how to build one of these things, especially for you novice out there, make sure you got somebody in the family that can show you how to build this thing. And or just follow along on the build. Other builders who built these. This kit's no stranger to the modeling world. I believe this thing came out in 2010 or 2012, somewhere around there. I don't know. It came out very early in the millennial season, the millennial years. And my hobby shop now has just now received this. So everything that we get at my hobby shop is 10 or 12 years old. Nothing's upstream right on the dime like you get on YouTube. Okay. This is the export version. It comes with clear cowling parts. And the instruction pamphlet shows you the special spray to use to spray the clear plastic to protect it, keep it clean all the time and stuff. And so if you decided you want to go ahead and display the engine by itself and use the clear parts as a canopy on the cowling instead of using the finished one, it's optional. It's optional. The wing position is optional, either folded or extended. On this box side here, it shows you the breakdown of sub-assemblies. There's the firewall, there's the headrest and everything, and the instrument panels, the whole control board, the pilot's floorboard, and of course you got a stand right there. It gives you with the kit too, in case if you want it in flight configuration. Now, from my understanding, this kit's engineered. It's really kind of a queer way, but in a way, it's a good way. You got to have both worlds. The landing gear, I think, screws in. I think they give you a screwdriver comes with the kit. Probably some kind of a polygrip washer. I don't know what they use. But this airplane can be either like it is right there on a sounding carriage, or you pull the wheels off and screw the whole bottom of the wheel well, which the doors will be closed. You can have it in this position here. This looks like old Greg Boyington right here. Okay. I'm going to try to make this thing, this video as fast as I can. In the beginning, Here's those clear parts. Now here's the spray they're talking about. You spray those clear parts and protects these parts from being scratched and everything else. Now, if you decided you didn't want to spray the Pratt & Whitney double wash motor sealed around the cock on a solid color, you decided you wanted to display the engine, you can use these parts here only. That's what they're good for. But so far, most modelers don't use this, and I don't use it either. We all know there's a double wash Pratt & Whitney motor, but this thing is designed more or less so you can see the whole entire motor in its entirety when it's all painted. That's a nice option there. I kind of like that. So this screw here contains the wings. Got inner panels and outer panels. A lot of detail going on underneath there too. A lot of these other parts I wouldn't know where they go to at. They're probably flap bearings that fit around your Fowler flaps. That's that screw there. Number 2, this is your spar for the wing. This thing is precision design, guys. This thing actually builds itself. Here are the wheel wells. Right here, I believe. Here's your outer wing ribs. These are your ribs there for your wings. It looks like an extended version, another folding version. Here's your closed undercarriage they give you. When you pull your landing gear off, you stick this in place, and your wheels are retracted. I don't know if I can do that or not. I won't keep my wheels down. Here's more spars of your wings. Now I believe this spar here is your outer wing panel. It goes straight. See this here? Right here? This is your wing spar for the folded position. Here lays your wing. Here's your top wing bit. Your top wing fits here, and this is your spar. So you got a lot of stuff going on here. Oh, yeah, here we go. You got those little poly grips that I was talking about. These tires are rubber, and they give you a little dinky screwdriver inside this plastic bag where these 2 vinyl tires are at. They made out of vinyl, not rubber. Vinyl. You got big old long screws right here. That probably goes for your stand. And you got some metal parts in there too. And I think they fit part of your flaps. So when they come up down, they activate the whole flap system. That's what I'm thinking after watching a couple of videos of the in-box review. And this screw here is the fuselage. You got your intercoolers, your intake fairings here. This is part of your wing ribs right here. And right here is your duplicate of your cowling. You remember on the first screw I showed you? Put right here. This is a duplicate of this here. So if you don't want to display the whole motor's entirety inside there where it's mounted to the fuselage, you're going to use this. I'll use this. Okay, here's your center wing section right here. The paneling and the thing is exceptional. It's superb. I mean, he left no stones on cover of this kit. Tamayia did a wonderful job designing this thing. Here's your undercarriage sprues. You got your oleos, your tracking links. You got two different oleos. You got the extended version for your oleos, or the type that are compressed when it's sitting on the ground. Choice is yours. But for realism, drop your flaps and use the extended oleos. But you remember, the oleos are still, they're down, they're going to fall down until they hit the deck of the carrier. They compress in. Okay. This thing is very neatly packaged. A lot of money for this kit. A lot of money. This through here shows you got your rudder. These are all your landing flaps right here. And also you got your outer ribs to your flaps right across here. This thing is very precisionally made. This is a precision built injection molded model. I mean, it don't get any better than this. They say there's only one company that's close enough to the quality of this kit is Wingnut Models. And I think they're right, because I do got a Wingnut kit. It's a Fokker DR, what is that, D7? Yeah, Fokker D7, and 1/32nd scale. Our fellow modeler, George Taylor out of California. I love this man's heart. He's a wonderful person. He sent me, probably about 3 years ago, he commented to me in one of my videos, have I ever built a Wingnut model kit? I says, no, I never have. I'd like to get me one of those though, but they're pretty pricey. And he goes, well, I got a couple of them extra here that I bought. So he sent me one, and thank you again, Mr. George. Okay. More stuff coming, fellas. These are all the parts and sprues to your Pratt Whitney double wash motor, 2,000 horsepower motor. That's 1 power per motor. Pilots that have flown the Corsair says it's a very touchy airplane. You got to be very careful. They say the worst thing that happens to a pilot in those things is that the airplane is so powerful. When you're on an aircraft carrier or a land base, you take a throttle quadrant, you give it a fast gun, it will cause that thing a torque. So torque, it causes the airplane to spin over and crash and burn. So that's one thing you got to be careful. You don't gun the throttles. And there's more flaps. Looks like not flaps. Whatever these could be. These parts here I don't have a clue. Oh, I know what they are. No, I don't either. I don't know where they go to, but I will. Right here, we got landing gear, tail wheel doors. These are the closed version when you want to track them, bring them up. Then you can use these right here for the extended version when you wheel down. Here's your, there's more of the same sprue as I showed you a while ago, except this has a fuel tank to it, a big fuel tank. And you got a couple 500-pound bombs on there, I believe. And there's your instrument panel up there. Here's your mount for your fuel tank. Well, that's for your bomb racks. 500-pound SAPs. Okay, here's more stuff coming. Here's your firewall. These are all your cockpit floorboard. That's what I like about this Tamayia sprues. It's all organized for the parts to use. The engine, all the parts for the engine sprues are there. All the parts for the interior parts are here. They ain't like Kitty Hawk, ain't like Trumpeter. You gotta go one sprue, undo the sprue, other sprue here, other sprue here. You gotta go through 10 sprues just to get the parts to complete the canopy. The Japanese have got this, they got it together. Thank you, Tamayia. I love you Japanese people. Wonderful kit. Here's a stand molded in black. This too is optional. Bring up the landing gear, use the stand. More stuff coming. You got 2 screws in this baggie right here. These you got your 13 and 12-inch prop, 12-foot prop they use. The big old Hamilton Standard. No, it's Curtis Electric. No, Hamilton Standard. You got 4 big blades right there, or 3 blades. Whatever they use, I think it's 3 blades. Here's your stabilizers and elevators. 2 of that screw there. And we got 2 more screws. Completes the build. This screw here, you got 2 pilots. You got Greg Boynton sitting down. There he is right there. You got another figure standing. You got 2 pilot figures. You got your pilot figure here. You got your one that's seated. Either one of them could be Happy Boynton or another good ace. Okay, now on this box landing, they give you did it come up or what? I can leave it there. Here's your photo etch. That's part of your photo etch right there. Seat belts is part of your seat and your system and everything also. That goes there. Now, this is the good stuff right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put these parts back into the box. We'll get into the instructions. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Like I say, there's a lot going on in this kit that shakes the eye. Again, like they have a Kitty Hawk kit, this is not a novice. Designed for the novice. Although it looks like it'll maybe go together a lot more simpler, but you got a lot of stuff going on here. A model like this needs to be attacked very carefully. It can't be done impatiently with things, and it'll, you don't want to butcher a $200 model. Take your time, get your money's worth out of it. It's not going nowhere. Okay, I got the book. What's here? What the devil's that? Oh, Lordy. Yeah. Gotta be very careful of that. Those are mast. Beautiful. Okay, I've got more stuff coming, fellas. More stuff coming. Okay. Leave the decals they give you. Right over here, I just now found out these. I thought these extra photo etch, but they're not. These are masked. These are masked for your windows, for your windshield and your canopy. The canopy mask. That comes with the kit too. Here's your decals. The big star and bar. And it looks like to me, that's a nice touch right there. Yeah. Get those yellow, that must be decal propeller, propeller blades, cuff colors, warning cuffs. Now, I want to take this decal out and see what they got to offer here. They got some stuff here. It's kind of hard to show you fellas. Boy, sure make it difficult to get stuff out. Okay, alrighty. Now we're getting a better perspective of what we're dealing with right here. Again, these are your Cockpit Nest. Thank you, Tamayia. These are your stencils and walkways and things like that. Here's your instrument panel where I got my index finger at right there. That's the instrument panel, goes there. And here's your decals. These are your propeller cuts for your propellers. They have to be. They got to be. Get all your 1943, 1942, 43 as well. Whatever they use, they gotta just follow on your instruction panel, which we'll get to it right now. Okay, let's put this over the side here. Okay. In the beginning here, they give you one hell of a brochure. That actually is a construction guide to this aircraft. Right here, they always icons and not icons, but do's and don'ts. If something gets lost or something, which is not to be a style to short shadow parts. So you got a lot of important information you can use in case of breakage or something, I don't know. Pros and cons and things you don't want to do that'll cause harm to yourself or the model. Okay, now here's a color foldout that they give you for this aircraft here. This is from the island of Vela. That's where Peppy Boynton was stationed at, in the St. George's. The aircraft was painted intermediate blue and sea blue, the dark sea blue on top. Henceforth, when it comes to painting the undersides of this, is intermediate blue. Mast, always mast this off here. Don't freehand it with an airbrush. They weren't done that way. When they were painting these things, the airplane was painted with the wings up. That way it was uniform with the gray. They did a neat job. I've seen a lot of pictures of the Corsair, and they were not free-handed airbrush underneath there. And that's one mistake I don't like about what Paul did on his. Everything else, he did a wonderful job on it. I mean, wonderful. He airbrushed free Corsair, and that took out the crispness of it. So be sure to observe that in there. Okay. Alrighty then. We got good stuff coming. Also included with the fee of the cost of the kit and the model itself, they give you a brochure here. Real shots of the Corsair. We give you the history of it back here, everything. It shows you a location of the islands where they're at. There's a lot. There's so much to read. You have so much fun reading all this stuff. There's so much information there. It's incredible. It gets better, fellas. It really gets better. Next page. Is a same variant, same version, different color schemes, I guess. Different poses. It has model history too. Of different versions of everything. How that it's painted. Now, if you want to paint this thing, if you want to go to the computer and follow your reference or research, they threw in a special treat for us modelers. Let's go follow along. This is good stuff here. Real good stuff. There's the close details of this aircraft. The best yet is right there. There's all your interior colors right here. You can follow as you build that Corsair. This is taking them from the real Corsair, not a model, from the real bird. So you can get a lot of detail going on right there. So there's a lot going on in this kit, guys. It really does. Let's see if there's any more going on with that, like that. Yes, there is. And it just keeps them going. It gets better and better. Look at that. Detail and scale, fellas. You don't need no reference material. That's why when they give me this book here. Ain't nothing this kit don't have, really. This thing is pretty well engineered. Gregory Pappy Boynton has seen this aircraft here, so yeah. This thing is almost, I can almost call him to this thing right now. He could probably tell you stories about it, everything. So, this is one thing good about this little brochure right here along. When you're building your kit, you can actually follow along. Because it's from the real aircraft. Okay, with that aside, it's a wonderful brochure. Like I say, you got a lot going on with this kit here. I mean, it's something you can delve into and have it done in a weekend. Oh, no, no, no. To me, I made certain of that. Here's the instructions. Same thing of the box art. Right here is all Japanese right here. But again, there's pictures in there. And those also in English too. There's the Solomon Islands all through here. All in English. Japanese. There's so much fun reading right here, guys. You can be amazed by reading all this stuff. And by the time you get done building this aircraft and reading all this, you'll know more about this airplane than the company that built it, that designed it. Oh, here's the paints that are required. Probably use different paints right there. All through here. Here's your table listing of paints. Could be Mr. Model or Mr. Model. Let's see what kind of paints they offer right here. Oh, it's all Tamayia. It's all Tamayia products. That's it. There's plenty of that at my hobby shop. Now they got the new Mission models paint. Incidentally, for this kit here, I went and bought these two paints. I bought the intermediate blue, and I bought the sea blue. Dark sea blue. And here's the instructions for the masking of the windows of your canopy. Not windows, geez, man. You lose your terminologies, buddy. So since the kit gives you the mask for the canopy, you don't need to make your own. Okay, in the beginning, right here is the construction of the cockpit. There's a lot of parts going on there. I see Paul build this on the second video. There's a lot of pieces there go there. Now, this is where it gets tricky. The ladder inside the building brochure, they gave you two instructions here. For extended wings and folded wings. So here's where the option comes in. If you got this kit Everything is actually in general, this kit in general, the 1/32 scale one. The rest of the kits by other manufacturers, they don't pertain to anything. But this more or less is an individual box review, and of course the beginning of my group build I'm starting right now, the Corsair group build. So if you decided you want both wings up, you got to follow the special instructions for the wings that are in fold position. For the extended, you follow this one. So you got to be very, very careful and follow these steps very carefully. And once the wings have been, here's all your interior parts, spars, parts of your undercarriage. More stuff coming on the construction. You'll see what you're dealing with if you got this kit. But like I say, this group build is especially for old scales. I just happened to buy this because I took a gamble and bought the thing. I'm happy. You only live once, they say. Here's the construction of the undercarriage. Now, we've got to be careful now. Like I say, either you have extended oleos or compressed. The compressed oleos is when the aircraft was on the ground. It's got 7 tons of weight on that landing gear right there. Yes, this airplane weighs over 7 tons. There's a lot of weight. Keep that. It's got to be supported by that type of undercarriage. Now, when the undercarriage is extended, that means the airplane's actually in the flying attitude. Of course, we all know that of avionics. When the landing gear hits the ground, the shock, the oleos come right back up. So you got to make a decision on using those oleos. If you want it extended, drop your flaps. You can have it like in a landing mode, or if you want it on the ground, use the compressed oleos, and you're all set. Here's all your flaps. The outer wing panels, how they're constructed. Ailerons, flaps, and the Corsair are starting to take shape, as you can see. This thing goes together very well, guys. Just be sure to read the instructions. Now, we're getting to the folding wing instruction. So you follow everything you follow. If you want the wings to be extended and be folded, build it from this page on. Over here, this way, as much as we will do right now, that's wings are extended. That completes the inbox review and my entry for my Chancelot F4U Corsair detail. Time limit, 5-6 months. That's good enough right there. That'll allow you time to work on your Corsair, and you can venture on the other group builds, or be a lone eagle like me and just keep building and follow suit how you normally build these things. That'll about do it. Oh, there's that stranger. Okay, so that's the completion of my entry for my Tamayia 1/32 scale F4U Corsair. Like again, it could be any manufacturer. It could be Monogram, Revell, Matchbox, Frog, Airfix, even the Aurora one they got. Well, not Aurora one, but the Lindbergh one they got. Man, that was a junk kit. Man, when I was a kid growing up back in the 1950s and stuff like that, I used to see those old Lindbergh kits. I said, man, what are these people thinking if they make these things? But you know, there's something about them that wouldn't write. Until your eyes got keener, as you got more familiar with the aircraft, you can pick up the discrepancies in it. For example, like the 1954 Revell B-25 Mitchell bomber they did. You take a look at the engine nacelles in that kit compared of my Hong Kong models B-25, even the monogram and the accurate miniatures. See, those Mitchells right there are spot on because they're designed for the original the blueprints, and of course it's 60 years more advanced than what we had back in 1954. Okay, that's the conclusion of video 2. So I got 2 videos done this evening, so I'm getting stuff done. I'm letting my Kingfisher dry over there, so I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for my video, enjoying my inbox review of my special Corsair reveal I got going on. And make Mama happy, take care of the little ones, and always take care of yourselves. Stay healthy. Get yourself a kit. It's kind of warm out there today, not too bad. Nice day today. But it's going to get colder and a lot more chillier. So bundle up and keep warm, and eat healthy, eat all the vegetables and things like this. Keep yourself healthy. But that's what I'm doing. I keep myself healthy and shape because I don't want to croak out. I got a lot of stuff to build, guys. Okay, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Model signing off, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Will be probably being the Kingfisher on December 7th, 1941 group build. I'll have that in a couple days. And I'll probably got other stuff coming your way too, so stay posted for those two as well. Okay, this is Frankie Day Model signing off. God bless you all, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. And build on, build strong, and we'll catch you next video. Bye, boys. God bless everybody.